Magandang umaga po. Tayo po'y magsisimula sa ating Wednesday Roundtable at Lido. We have with us former Civil Registrar General and National Statistician Bobby Ericta at si Ginoong Allan na past President ng Rotary Club of San Francisco del Monte at Director ng RP Healthcraft Carrier Foundation. We're also expecting somebody from the labor sector and the government to share with us their views on issues about poverty and health. The basic question we'd like to address today is, where do poor people go when they get sick? Saan sila nagtutungo sa oras na sila'y magkasakit? Binanggit po ng World Bank sa isang briefing, mga 2-3 linggo na nakalilipas, na pag mayroong mataas na inflation at mataas ang presyo ng bilihin, 2/3 ng kinikita ng manggagawang Pilipinong may trabaho ang nauuwi sa pagkain at transportasyon. So minabuti po ng Wednesday Roundtable at Lido na tunghayan ng pansin kung saan nagtutungo ang mga Pilipino sa oras ng pagkakasakit. So let's start, Bobby, Madam Bobby, sa inyo pong pagsusuri, pag mayroong taong nagkasakit at medyo may kahirapan, saan nagtutungo?
Ayon sa pag-aaral namin, hindi sila pupunta sa ospital hanggat hindi malala yung sakit. Una yun. Magtatanong sila sa kapitbahay kung ano, di ba? Oo, or sa arbolaryo, or hilot. Ngayon, pag medyo malala na, doon na sila pupunta sa doktor. And usually, medyo mahirap ng solusyonan.
Uh-huh.
Dahil ang impression nila ay magastos magpa-doktor.
Magastos magpa-doktor. Pero meron ng binabanggit ang pamahalaan na meron ng universal health care. Coming from the government noon at ngayon from the outside looking in, would you say that universal health care is working?
Merong mga lugar na it's working.
Mm-hmm.
No? Depende sa pagpapalakad ng mga health facilities.
No health facilities.
Pero meron din namang lugar na kahit na gusto nating tangkilikin yung mga ospital na yon o mga clinic na yon, talagang maglalabas ka ng pera kahit na pangungutang.
Uh-huh.
Para lang ma-treat.
Okay. Yeah. Allan, sa karanasan ng Rotary Club of San Francisco del Monte, merong hospital on wheels. Can you give us a profile of the patients you've attended to over the years? Allan.
Yung hospital on wheels po ay nagsimula sa Rotary Club of San Francisco del Monte. At that time ho, ang tawag namin ay mobile surgery unit. So what we do is we go to remote areas and we provide surgery. Since 2007, we have provided siguro mga 15,000 surgeries to date. The surgeries that we provide are soft skin tissue tumors, goiter, hernia, hair lift. Okay. So yun, natatanggal namin mga external tumors. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kung papagawa mo to sa ospital, ang sinasabi ng mga doktor, ang average cost ng operation is about mga 40,000 pesos. So we have done about 15,000 patients for the past 10 years. So kung susumahin mo, multiply mo by 40,000, this is almost $500 million in community service that we have given to people.
Mm-hmm.
Ngayon sa tanong mo, okay, yung una, kung sila ba yung may bukol sa probinsya, ano ginagawa nila? Inaalagaan na lang nila yung bukod kasi wala naman silang pupuntahang hospital. Sa sinasabi mong universal healthcare system, ito ang obserbasyon lang namin. Okay? Pag pumunta ka sa isang third-class municipality, chances are walang doktor, walang hospital. So kahit maglagay ka ng universal healthcare system, bigyan mo sila ng PhilHealth, saan man sila pupunta? Di ba? Mm-hmm. Sinasabi nga, may isang article nga kami nabasa sa Inquirer, sinasabi, 70% of Filipinos die without seeing a doctor. Sa experience po namin, okay, 80% ho ng mga pasyenteng tinutulungan namin, first time makakita ng doktor directly sa kanilang consultation. Okay? So, wala hong facilities, walang doktor ho sa karamihan sa lugar dito sa Pilipinas po. So, that is why kami sa Rotary Club of San Francisco del Monte at sa Hospital on Wheels, pinupursigi ho namin na ituloy yung aming ginagawa para matulungan ho yung mga taong walang access to medical facility.
Okay. Pero paano mag-qualify dun sa inyong tutulungan?
This is how we organize it ho. Okay, so pag magme-medical mission ko kami sa isang lugar, we organize it 3 months in advance. We just don't go there. We go there. We organize it 3 months in advance. Kasi basically it's surgery. Diba? So mahirap pong maghanap ng pasyente ng surgery. So how this is how we do it. Ang unang ginagawa namin is pupunta kami sa isang LGU. Kakausapin namin yung mayor. Hindi ho namin pwedeng hindi kausapin yung mayor kasi yung mayor ho ang tutulong sa amin para mag-identify ng mga pasyenteng tutulungan namin. Kasi sila ho ang mayor, meron silang health officer, meron silang barangay. So, pagsasabihin ho namin ito yung mga klaseng operahan na pwede namin gawin, they can identify this efficiently. So, for 3 months, they will try to identify that. Tapos, pag malapit na yung operation, pupunta ho ako, tatanong ko, meron ba ho kayong pasyente na at least gantong karami para pagpunta namin dyan, sulit naman yung pagpunta. Okay? Pag sinabi nilang oho, di pupunta na ho kami doon. Tapos responsibilidad din ng mga mayor, yung mga na-identify nilang pasyente, dadali nila sa lugar ng mission. Importante ho yun. Kasi pag hindi dadali ni mayor yung mga tao from sa bahay nila to the mission, hindi makapunta yung mga tao. Kasi sa experience ho namin, kahit pamasahe lang ho to go to the bayan, wala hong pera yung mga tao, lalo na from a third-class municipality.
Third class pa lang yan, binabanggit natin.
Yes. Kahit po dito sa Quezon City, kahit dito sa Quezon City, experience rin ho namin, okay, pag hindi ro tutulungan ni Mayor, yung pamasahe yung minimum wage na 9 pesos, 10 pesos, wala ho.
Minimum fare, ha?
Wala po. They cannot even afford that.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Pero, Madam Bobby, mula sa inyong karanasan sa pamahalaan, yung bang extended social security, tumatalab ba yun? Dahil sa meron kang magulang, o meron kang anak, o meron kang kapatid, o meron kang tiyuhin, meron kang lolo o lola na baka tutulong.
Doon natetest yung yung lakas ng pamilya kasi lahat lalapitan para tumulong. Dahil talaga namang bawal magkasakit Dahil pag nagkasakit ka at kailangan mong ospital, talagang lalabas ang pera Kahit na sabihin pang merong health insurance na, well, that's another story.
Yeah. Pero could it be possible na rin na kaya nagtathrive yung mga HMOs sapagkat hindi kaya ng pamahalaang tugunan yung pangangailangan ng mga mamamayan?
Yung health-seeking behavior ng mga Pilipino, pagkaya rin lang, pupunta naman talaga sila sa ospital Ngayon, yung gastusin doon, maaring out of pocket or HMO. Pero mas malaking bahagi nung ginagastos nila out of pocket Kaya nade-drain yung savings nila.
Or somebody else's pocket?
Or somebody's pocket.
Yun
Diba? Or
Okay.
lalapit sa Rotary.
Ayan. Sa inyong karanasan?
Ganito po yun. During one of the medical missions na aming ginawa sa isang third-class municipality, nag-comment yung isang surgeon namin. Sabi niya, ang natutulungan lang natin during this medical mission, yung taong may sakit. Paano naman yung mga walang sakit? Hindi na tayo pupunta dito. Kung pupunta tayo dito, it will be years. Or hindi na tayo ulit makakapunta sa lugar na to, okay, in terms of probability. So pinag-isipan namin yun. Kasi ilan na ba natulungan namin doon? Mga 300 to 1,000. Samantalang ang population nila is about tens of thousands, minsan hundreds of thousands. So how do you help these people? So nag-isip-isip kami. Then we decided, during that brainstorming, we decided to come up with a first aid book. Okay? bakit first aid book? Kasi hindi alam ng lahat ng tao, but ang first aid would provide immediate relief for emergency and non-emergency medical conditions. Ang akala ng mga tao sa emergency medical condition lang. Pero ang first aid would also provide relief for non-emergency medical conditions. For example po, tinanong namin yung mga tao, alam nyo ba kung anong gagawin nyo kung kayo ay may sakit? Ang karaniwang sinasabi sa amin, madali lang yan, iinom kami ng paracetamol. Ang problema po, may paracetamol ba sa probinsya, sa lugar na walang doktor, na walang hospital, na walang butika? Hindi sila makakuha ng paracetamol. Hindi rin nila alam, or konti lang nakakaalam, na ang gagawin mo lang pala ay sponge bath. Bakit to? Kasi mataas yung body temperature mo, di ba? So you just need to have a sponge bath to lower the body temperature to provide immediate relief to the person. Another example ho ng non-emergency na we take for granted. Alam niyo ba kung gagawin niyo kung meron kayong sipon o ubo? Iba sabihin, iinom ng gamot. Pero wala namang gamot. Hindi niyo ba alam na kailangan lang pala uminom ng mainit na tubig at magpahinga? So, how much more yung mga, kung may sakit ng tiyan ka and so on and so forth. So, we said, although providing a first aid book would not be a solution to the healthcare, at least you're teaching the people how to provide them with immediate relief, okay, for emergency and non-emergency medical conditions. At napaka-importante to sa mga tao, especially with those people na walang access to medical facilities. So, yun rin yung ginagawa namin sa Rotary. Nagdidistribute rin kami ng mga first aid book sa mga taong pinupuntahan namin sa mga medical missions.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, we are on Facebook Live, courtesy of Radio Veritas Asia, Filipino Service. So if you have questions, padala lang po ninyo at i-relay sa akin ni Lawrence. Pero in the first place, meron po mga balita na hindi lahat ng Pilipino may access sa malinis na tubig. Napuna po ba ninyo ito noon?
Yes, oo. Lalo na sa mga, well, kahit sa urban areas, meron din mga taong walang access
So,
sa
paano yun?
malinis na tubig. Eh di namamayagpag yung bottled water, no?
Kaya, yun nga isang tanong dahil...
Naalala ko noon nung dati sa gripo tayo umiinom
Yeah.
Di ba? Minsan di na nga nagbabaso.
Wala na.
Ganun na
Diretso
lang,
na lang.
sahod na lang
Oo.
sa gripo
Sa mga
Ngayon,
eskwelahan,
di mo
yung fountain.
Yung
diba?
water fountain.
Pero I remember, there was a marketing strategy. Tinakot lahat yung mga Pilipino na meron kung anong microorganisms dyan sa tubig, sa gripo. So, pumasok ngayon yung bottled water. Pero sa mahirap, ang tawag nila ng funeral water. Pero marketing strategy. Pero katulad nun, kung basket of goods ang pag-uusapan, paano ba hinahati ni Juan de la Cruz yung bagong pasahod na magkakabisa sa November 20 na 537 pesos na? Kaya, paano yun?
Mahigit kalahati nun pagkain. So, mahigit kalahati pagkain.
Okay.
Ngayon, mga siguro kulang-kulang na 10% cellphone. Tsaka pamasahe.
Cellphone, saka pamasahe. Ano yung load?
Load.
Okay.
Na dati hindi mo napupuna yung, di ba? Kasi dati hindi uso yung mga telepono di ba? Puro landline lang. Ngayon, lahat na yata halos may cellphone.
Yeah. At
At hindi lang isa.
kahit magtungo ka sa Jose Fabella,
Oo.
yung paanakan sa Manila, na sabi mahihirap yung nanganganak doon. Pero meron mga babaeng dala-dalawa, tatlo-tatlo cellphone.
Oo. So, part na rin yun ng budget na dati hindi pinapansin. Ngayon, significant na yung amount that they spend for communication.
If we're to talk about statistics, nagalit si Senator Villar doon sa unlimited rice. Gaano ba kalaki sa budget natin ang ginugugol sa staple, which is rice?
Kung 1/3 ng food rice o
1/3.
kalahati
So,
ng food.
if you're talking of
Kasi-
50%, more than 50% for food,
Mga 25%, 20 to 25% ang bigas, ang kanin.
talaga. Eh yung trend na mas gusto ng Pilipino, lalo na nung nag-uopisina yung noodles?
Yung noodles, well, cultural ano yun eh. Hindi yun Pinoy eh.
Eh, yung mami.
Yung mami, pang ano lang yun eh. Pag nakainom, di ba, umiinom kayo ng mami, kumakain kayo ng mami, pag nakainom, naghahanap kayo ng ganon para ma-stabilize ulit.
Okay.
Hindi naman siya yung staple, kumbaga.
Or is it also possible na kaya maraming Pilipino may sakit because we eat the wrong kind of food?
Isang ano yon, isang dahilan yon. And it cuts across all classes. Yung iba-iba nga lang ang sakit na manifestation ng malnutrition.
Okay.
Doon sa may hirap, yung undernourished. Doon sa may yaman, yung overnourished naman. Or wrong, ano.
All right. Yes?
Well, in terms of statistics, so, kasi naalala ko about mga 6 years ago, yung mga estudyante ko from the University of Asia and Pacific, okay, made a survey on healthcare. Okay. Lumalabas sa survey nila, at least in Metro Manila, that 80% of Filipinos living in Metro Manila, at least family income, is less than 16,000 pesos a month. Okay? Of course, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Ito ay mga estudyante lang, nag-survey lang. Okay, 16,000 pesos below. Less than 16,000 pesos, 80%. And if you're earning 16,000 pesos a month, lumabas sa survey nila na ang budget mo for healthcare is only 278 pesos for a family of 5 people per month. So practically, wala. Eh sino ba kumikita ng 16,000 up? 20%. 80% hindi. So basically, walang pera for healthcare. Okay? Walang pera for healthcare. Ngayon, ito experience namin sa Rotary in doing medical missions, no? Napansin namin, ang mga bata sa Metro Manila, yung nourishment nila mas malala kaysa nourishment ng mga tao o ng mga bata sa probinsya. Bakit? Kasi sa probinsya, ang problema lang nila bigas, pera pambili ng bigas. Kasi yung ulam nila, may hingi naman nila, di ba? Yung mga gulay, pipitasin mo lang. Ang concern nila is pambili ng bigas, di ba? Lalo na sa lugar namin sa Mindoro eh. Okay? Tumulong ka lang ng magbuhat ng isda. Pagkatapos sumukto lang, bibigyan ka ng isda. At least good for one day na 'yon, di ba? So, hindi ka magugutom basta magsipag ka lang. Ang kailangan mo lang bilhin is bigas, di ba? Kaya siya sabi niya malaking porsyento ng family income goes to rice for that particular matter.
Maganda to. Eh, yung protein, saan kinukuha yun?
Isda.
Sa
O
isda.
kaya munggo, yung mga ganyan.
You know, one of these days, we'll talk about something fishy. Dahil napunta ako sa General Santos at nakausap ko yung isang leader ng industriya, sabi niya sa akin, Melo, hindi mo ba naisip na 60 to 70% ng aming gastos sa petrolyo? Dahil hindi naman lalapit sa iyo yung isda para magpahuli. Hindi naman biya yung hinuhuli namin. So, pag tumaas yung petrolyo, tataas yung presyo ng isda. At yun ang karanasan namin. Ngayon, kung nag-export kami ng tuna, sabi niya, ang sistema, kung mas mataas na yung production cost natin at itataas namin yung presyo, bibili na yung kalapit bansa sa Thailand. Yung mga importer. Meron ka pang General Systems of Preference plus 3 ng EU that you should comply with. So, maraming challenge. Kaya yung protein na itanong ko kung isda, anong klaseng isda ito? Hindi ito tuna, hindi ito salmon. Ito doon tayo sa galunggong.
Well, tilapia na ngayon.
Tilapia na ngayon.
Tilapia na ngayon ang isda na pinakamura.
Ganun.
Oo.
Wow.
Mahal na ngayon ng GG.
Well, that's
Social
another
na siya
issue. Social na.
Oo.
Anong pananaw ninyo rito?
Well, kami dun sa grupo namin sa Hospital on Wheels, napag-usapan din namin kung ano yung susunod na proyekto namin. So, napag-usapan nga namin, dahil nakita namin yung nourishment nga ng mga tao na sinabi ni Ma'am. No? So, isang proyekto na naisip namin is we're trying to identify a good dietitian. Tapos we're trying to come up with a book, okay, on recipes. Yung cheap recipes that cheap recipes pero nutritious food, that yung mga ingredients indigenous to the provinces of the Philippines. Para, you know, the objective is to teach the family to cook nutritious food at lower cost, at the least cost. Kasi gagamitin nila yung mga nakakita na prutas, yung mga gulay, yung mga nakita nila sa lugar nila. So we're trying to come up with that recipe book, okay? So naghahanap kami ng dietitian, diba? We're trying to raise also money for that particular project. So yun ang iniisip rin namin because yun ang nakikita rin namin sa mga medical missions.
Okay. As a preventive.
Yes.
Oo. Para hindi magkasakit, dapat nutritious. Merong mga materials ang National Nutrition Council. You might want to touch base with them. And also some of the dietitians also have cookbooks na simple lang.
Okay. I remember during the late 60s, merong isang international organization na nagtungo sa Cavite at feel good ito eh. So, nagtayo sila ng mga sanitation facilities, yung mga toilets. Then after several months, bumalik sila to check on their project. Hindi nagagamit. Bakit hindi nagagamit? Tinayo na namin ito. Sagot ng mga tao, wala naman ho kami ilalagay dyan dahil wala naman pagkain dito. So, isa pang issue yan, bukod sa kakulangan ng pagkain, yung access to sanitation, which may also cause health problems. I don't know. Sabi nila, natural fertilizer yan. Excuse me po. Pero, yun ang problema natin. Access to sanitation is another because if you have a contaminated environment, pati yung water table mo apektado, it will breed more Boracay's.
You know, at one point in time I got involved with water districts. So, and there's a interesting statistics that I learned. Wala akong lugar sa Pilipinas na may sapat na tubig na may iinom. Okay. So, pinag-aralan ho namin, okay, sa malalaking water districts, so pinag-aralan namin yung tubig na nabibigay ng water districts versus sa tubig na kailangan ng kanilang lugar para sa malinis sa tubig. Okay. This was siguro mga 5 years ago. So, 100 water districts na malalaki, ang kulang na tubig nila is equivalent to 9 billion pesos a year. So, malalaki pa yon na lugar. Paano sa maliliit? So, tama po kayo, may problema ho tayo at hindi ng isang malaking problema for sanitation sa probinsya. Wala hong sapat na clean water for them to use.
Ayun, okay.
So, tinuturuan rin namin sila, nasasabi namin na pakuluan nila yung mga tubig nila.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Pero minsan din kakaproblema kasi yung panggamit ng firewood to boil the water.
Okay, panggatong. Okay, pero if we to look into health insurance, sinasabi po na 67% ng kalalakihan merong health insurance. Female ay mga 69.8%. Pero PhilHealth, merong 64% na kalalakihan ng may PhilHealth at 67 din sa mga babae. Kaya lang, this may not be as effective as what is expected to be.
Hindi naman nasasagot ng PhilHealth lahat ng gastos sa pagpapa-ospital o pagpapadoktor. In the first place, kadalasan nagagamit yung PhilHealth pag na-ospital. Pero pag outpatient, wala. Kailangan pa rin magbayad sa outpatient. Kung private hospital. Kung public hospital naman, you have to contend with pila, yung mahabang pila na parang...
Yeah, that is understandable dahil maraming tao talaga na mapapagamot.
So, yun. Yun ang unlike in some other countries na pagpasok mo sa ospital, papagamot ka, paglabas mo, wala kang babayaran talaga.
I remember my experience in China. I wanted to see a Chinese doctor with Oriental medicine. So I was brought to a hospital. Sabi sa akin, you just have to pay 5 yuan, 5 renminbi. So kinuha yung pangalan ko, tapos anong gusto kong patingnan, at binigyan ako ng parang credit card. Ang sabi sa akin, hawakan mo yan samantala nasa ospital ka. Pag punta mo sa ganung room, andun yung doktor. So, tiningnan, may examination. Tapos sabi ko, how much do I pay for this service? Sabi niya, no, it's included in the 5 yuan that you paid. So, ang sistema, paglabas mo, babalik mo yung card. Pero, nakakatuwa na for a small amount, pati yung professional fee, kasama na sa government hospital. Isn't that also a factor that we have to look into?
Malaking ano yan. Malaking... Kaya nga bawal magkasakit eh.
Ito po ang aming experience sa Hospital on Wheels with regard to PhilHealth. Okay. Maganda ho pakinggan yung universal healthcare. Magandang ho pakinggan yan. At ang nakaka-benefit lang ho dito, ang nakikinabang lang ho dito, ay yung mga Pilipino who have access to medical facilities. Di ba ho? Kaso nga lang ho, paano ho yung mga taong tiga Kapalonga, tiga Pola, Oriental Mindoro, tiga Pitugo, tiga Kasiguran, Quezon, na who do not have access to medical facilities kasi walang hospital o wala man lang doktor sa kanilang lugar. And as sinasabi ko nga ho, this is about mga at least 70% of Filipinos. So kahit bigyan mo sila ng PhilHealth, ano ang mangyayari sa PhilHealth nila? Diba? Yun lang yung aming misgivings doon sa universal healthcare.
Magandang pakinggan.
But how do you provide healthcare to majority of Filipinos? Don't get me wrong ho. Dapat ho yung mga may access, dapat mabigyan. Kasi kailangan talaga ho nila yun at makakatulong ho nun. Pero majority of Filipinos have no access to healthcare facilities. How do you help them? If you say you help them by giving PhilHealth, how would PhilHealth help them?
Yeah, I remember there was this issue. Punta yung doktor, nag-medical mission, nagreseta. Sabi naman nung pasyente, tatapal na po ba ito? Dahil kung wala po naman tayong gamot na mabibili, paano?
Yung papel
Tatapal na po ba ito? I don't know whether you also came across that in your area somewhere in Central Luzon.
Well, pag nagsisurvey kami noon, tinatanong ko yung mga field workers namin eh. Anong dinadala nyo? Kasi we don't give tokens to survey respondents. Yung pala, yung iba sa kanila, pag pumupunta sa barangay na medyo liblib, may dala-dala yung mga gamot na over-the-counter. Yung mga paracetamol, yung mga pang LBM, pang ganon. Yun ang binibigay nila sa mga respondent nila na para meron silang hawak na ganon in case na kailangan nila. Well, having said that, yung to be fair din man, there are some efforts to make medical services more accessible. So, I have one student sa DAP na ang ginawa niya telemetric. So, dahil walang specialista na available dun sa isla nila, sa Marinduque, nag-set up siya ng internet facilities kung saan makokonsult niya yung mga doktor na dalubhasa para sa mga cases na hindi pangkaraniwan. So may mga ganong klaseng efforts din. And theoretically, may catch basin dapat within a radius of about catching 20,000, dapat may mga gantong facilities, etc. And it should be within 30 minutes. Di ba?
Travel o lakad?
Travel.
Okay.
Within 30 minutes, dapat merong medical facilities. It's very nice on paper.
Okay. Gato ginagawa ho namin sa hospital. We'll see, tinatanong nyo yung mga gamot kasi baka kulangin, no? That is the reason why it's very important for us to organize our missions with the LGU, the mayors. Kasi pag kukulangin kami ng dadalhin, at least yung mayor, meron silang mga gamot na ibibigay. Tapos take note surgery yung ginagawa ho namin. Okay, so medyo delikado ho yan. That's why we also have to coordinate with the mayor. Kasi kung may complications afterwards, may mapupuntahan ho yung mga nagamot namin na medical officer. Ngayon, ang arrangement namin with the mayor, kung may complications, pupunta sa medical officer and the medical officer will consult with us. Sasabihin namin kung anong gagawin. At pag hindi nila kaya, our doctors will fly back within 24 hours. That is the agreement we do always with the LGU. That's why we always do it with the mayor to solve the problems of complications and also to solve the problems yung kulang sa gamot, kulang sa...
Hindi kayo nagdadala ng ano? Hindi kayo nagdadala ng bakuna?
Ha?
Baka may dala kayong dingbak siya. No.
There was... Kasi depende ho yan sa mga doktor na madadala namin ho sa... take note ho, ang hospital on wheels ho, currently we provide mainly surgery. But hospital on wheels is not just surgery. Okay? We also do vision screening. We also do the normal medical consultations and so on and so forth. Pero ang formula ho namin is this. Kung kumpleto na ho yung funding ho namin, ang formula ho namin is we talk to a medical association. We ask the medical association how they can bring their services to the people. We cost them on we buy the equipment cost on a per patient basis and then ask government to pay us on a per patient basis.
Okay. So, on a per patient basis?
Yes.
Okay. Maganda pala naman eh. Pero wala kang dalang bakuna. Babalikan ko yung bakuna. Controversial yan eh. Baka mamaya maganda yung intention pero iba ang mangyayari, di ba?
Meron ho kami isang doktor ho na kasama sa Rotary Club na siya siguro isang dalubhasang doktor ng Fe del Mundo. May sinuggest nga ho siyang parang certain vaccination pero hindi ho Dengvac siya.
Okay.
So may sinasabi ho siya na may certain vaccination na kailangan ng mga bata na kailangan gawin.
Yung DPT.
No.
Merong ano yan eh, oo.
Di ba?
Para maging fully
public
immunized.
school kami, kaya alam namin yung kabisado.
Isa ho ginagawa ho namin sa Hospital on Wheels is we do ho vision screening of public school kids. And through the years that we've been doing this, meron ho kami nagawang statistics. Okay? Ito yung, let me share with you statistics namin in doing vision screening with public school kids. 99.9% of public schools kids hindi pa nakakita ng optometry sa buong buhay nila. Basta sabi kung meron pang 0.001%, yung mga nakita mong may salamin na, obviously, nakakita na yun ng mga optometrist. Okay. Tapos 25% of school kids na in-examine namin, kailangan ng reading glasses, correction glasses. Okay. Tapos, let me share with you the reaction of the kids na binibigyan namin ng reading glasses. Karamihan sa kanila umiiyak. Kasi akala ho nila bobo sila. Kasi hindi raw nila maintindihan yung sinusulat ng maestra nila sa blackboard. Pero yung kaklase nila naintindihan. Not knowing na malabo lang pala yung mata nila. Yung iba ho...
Transformation, ano?
Yung iba ho, makakita nyo, yung bibigyan nyo sa salamin isang grade school pupil, matutuwa ako sabihin, ay, hindi ko alam na makulay pala ang mundo. So, yeah. It's also nice.
Nakakatuwa yung ganun, no? Pero, with what you're telling us, parang napakahirap talaga ng buhay sa labas ng mga urban centers like Metro Manila. Parang ganun. Bereft of facilities, bereft of opportunities. No wonder they flock to urban centers like Metro Manila. Have you noticed that? Yung migration. Ano po ang masasabi niyo?
Yun nga. Kaya nga, yung health situation is not as simple as may sakit, merong kailangan. May mga may mga factors na kailangang atensyonan na hindi natin nakalain na dapat gawin. Katulad nga yung education ng mga magdodoktor. Siyempre, mahal mag-aral ng medicine.
Hindi lang po mahal at matagal pa.
Matagal, mahal. Kailangan bawiin yung yung ginastos ng magulang eh. Paano natin gagawin yun? Siyempre, as early as possible, dapat kumita na, no? And saan ka kikita? Hindi doon sa mga kanayunan. Unless na may sense of mission ka, no? Like, I had one cousin-in-law na talagang nag-rural doctor siya. And eventually, nakapangasawa na doon sa rural area na hindi naman niya pinanggalingan. Oh, pero bihira din naman yung ganun.
Tama yung sinasabi ni Jose Feliciano, no? Love comes from the most unexpected places. Biglang ganun, no? Pero, you know, if you talk of poverty, parang napakahirap mangyari ng inclusive growth. Dahilan sa maganda nga yung ekonomiya mo, despite the inflation, pero the gap between the rich and the poor has become wider over the years.
That's why it's not enough to talk about economic growth. We need to have economic development and we need social development side by side with economic development. So, kailangan paunlarin din natin yung quality of life ng mga tao. Kasi kung economic growth lang, edi ang mga mayayaman, lalong yayaman. Pero yung mahirap, andun pa rin sila.
Okay. Yes.
Let me address, okay, yung gusto namin sana mangyari sa Hospital on Wheels, yung sinasabi nyo na how do we provide medical services to the countryside, to the third-class municipalities, wala kang pera, di ba? Kasi isipin mo naman yung mga doktor mag-aaral for more than 20 years, pupunta sa lugar, tapos ang babayad sa kanila gulay. Hindi mo pwede yun. Kasi di ba, tama po kayo, economic, kailangan nila bawiin. So, ganito ho ang tingin namin, ang solusyon namin no sa Hospital on Wheels na we're trying to sell ho with government. Okay? Now, we do medical missions, okay? We pay the doctors on a per-patient basis, okay? That will make it profitable for them to go with the medical mission. And at the same time, save government at least 50 to 60% of medical expenses. Ngayon, sasabihin nyo, paano mangyayari yun? You will make it profitable for the doctors and yet make it cheaper for government to provide medical services. You have to understand po na maraming doktor ho sa Metro Manila, kahit sa mga urban areas, they're willing to go to the countryside to share their pero
We know a lot of them.
Once in a while.
pero once in
Once in a while.
hindi nila pwede iwanan yung hindi nila pwede iwanan yung practice nila sa Metro Manila. There are doctors who are willing to do that on a regular basis as long as they are paid. Di ba? Hindi mawawala yung income nila. So, that is what we plan to do with the Hospital on Wheels. For example, for surgery. Okay. How do we make it profitable for surgeons to join us and yet make it for government to provide healthcare cheaper? Okay. Simple lang ho yan. Volume, bulto. Kung tatanungin yung mga doktor, kung ang professional fees sila is in the 10,000s, 100,000s, how many Filipinos can afford that? So ilan lang ba ang kanilang pasyente on a per week basis? Kukunti lang ho, di ba? Whereas, pag sumama sila sa amin sa medical mission sa probinsya, do you know that some surgery only takes about 5 minutes to 10 minutes? And yet,
Pwedeng outpatient pa nga
nga, di ba? And
Oo.
then, I'm charging doon mga 40 to 50,000. Ilang Pilipino makakabayad yan? Samantalang, kung sasama sila sa amin, bibigyan namin sila 100 pasyente. Okay? Bayaran namin sila ng 5,000 pesos. May 100 pasyente sila. So, magkano yun? Di ba? Ang laki ng kikitain nila. Pero, it will save government kasi instead of spending 40 to 50,000, they only spend 5,000 pesos. Diba?
May kasama ba kayong anesthesiologist?
Hindi.
Malaki din ang kita.
Malaki rin nakita nun eh.
Hindi.
Almost as big.
Ito ang kagandahan kasi ng Hospital on Wheels. So, kasi we are promoting a surgical technique that was, a Western surgical technique that was perfected here in the Philippines. Dito lang ako kayo sa Pilipinas makakita na nag-opera ng hernia under local anesthesia. Okay, yung skin cancer na tinanggal ho sa mukha, tapos magsi-skin graft under local anesthesia, dito lang ho rin sa Pilipinas.
Imported,
Kaya ho nagagawa ho namin yung operation. Meron ng surgical technique yung doktor namin called regional nerve block. So instead of using general anesthesia, we use local anesthesia. So what's the advantage of using local anesthesia? I am not a doctor ho, pero ito lang ho sabi ng mga dalubhasa ho. When you use local anesthesia, you don't need, because you're not using general anesthesia, you don't need a lot of lab tests. Kung may lab test, maganda. Pero kung walang lab test,
Kailan may
pwede.
clearance pa, no?
Di ba? You don't need because it's only local anesthesia. So you eliminate that. Okay. Number 2, you don't need an anesthesiologist. Number 3, you don't need to be confined. So, you don't need to be confined. So we can reduce the cost
To the bare minimum.
to the bare minimum.
Pwede ba yun sa
okay.
gallbladder?
Okay. Now, actually, pwede ho. Pwede ho. Okay, pwede ho. Pero ang gagawa ho nun, hindi na general, yung nerve block technique pwede ho. Pero ang gagawa ho nun is yung specialized doctor for that particular field. But he can do nerve block for that ho. Ngayon, what are the good byproducts of the hospital on wheels if ever it is adopted by government? The good byproduct, number 1, disaster preparedness. Kung meron tayong Yolanda, Marawi, we can easily mobilize health facilities in areas kasi may team na eh. You just have to bring them there, di ba? May team na. Number 2, we can train doctors. Minsan ang problema ng mga doctors are cases. Sa hospital on wheels, magsasawa sila sa mga cases. Di ba? Number 3, we can provide them good training and yet give them money for that training. Diba? And of course, when you go to ito nakakita ko, no, sa mga tao, they appreciate us because isipin mo walang taong tumulong sa kanila, all of a sudden may nagtsagang pumunta sa lugar nila para tumulong sa kanila. That, importante sa mga Pilipino, sa mga taong nakikita namin.
Yeah. Maganda yun. Maganda yun. Pero, anong tingin nyo? Yung bang prevalence ng sakit, meron ba kayong datos noon nung kayo ay nasa PSA pa?
May mga statistics tungkol doon, lalo na yung causes of death. Oo. So, yung causes of death, pa rin eh. May kinalaman sa puso.
Sa puso pa rin?
Oo. Tsaka cancer.
Wow.
Yun ang main causes of death.
Sasama mo pa yung road crashes dyan.
Accident.
33 Filipinos die a day. So, more than one person per hour.
So yung pagluta sa mga problemang may kinalaman sa kalusugan, isang aspeto yon. Oo. Pero meron din tayong preventive side, meron tayong side na kasi it's not only the absence of disease. Health is not just an absence of disease, but it's also the well-being of the person. So, kailangan din yung proactive na yun. At umpisahan natin yun sa habang bata pa sila, yung healthy lifestyle.
Healthy lifestyle.
So, yun nga yung...
Babalik tayo sa nutrition na naman dyan.
hindi lamang nutrition, pati
Okay. Yes.
Ito sa experience namin sa Rotaries, when doing it sa hospital on wheels at saka dati sa mobile surgery unit. Parang may factory ang Pilipinas ng bukol, hernia, hair lip. Kasi kahit saan kami pumunta,
meron.
Ang dami. Hindi namin magawa lahat kasi sobrang dami. Okay? Tinitiis na lang ng mga Pilipino. Lalo na yung bukol, ang dami. All sorts of bukol. Bukol sa suso, bukol sa liig, bukol sa ulo. Ang dami.
Iba-ibang klase
Ang
yun.
dami.
Merong
Pero,
malignant, may benign.
Isa-subject niyo ba sa pathologist yan? Para malaman kung ano talaga yan. Dahil baka ito telltale signs of what's going on.
Actually, okay, pagkatanggal namin, okay, it's either dinadala namin para, kasi kung wala namang
biopsy,
facilities doon, papadala namin dito, so then we inform the mayor. Okay, the mayor or the local government.
Yes, please.
Or we give it to the patient, sabihin niyan, sa mayor nyo, ipacheck yan. Ginagawa rin po namin yung pinapacheck namin, pinapabiopsy.
Okay. Mabuti yun dahil at least alam natin kung anong sitwasyon. Pero yung katulad yan, yung cancer. Ala naman nung araw yan eh. Nahanginan lang eh. Oo. Nahipan lang ng hangin.
Nahipan ng hangin.
Yun, namatay. Pero let me ask you, Allan, where do you get the funds for this? Because, it's not a joke to have such a project.
Well, let me give you some figures on the cost of doing hospital on wheels. Per surgery ho, we average sa medical supplies pa lang ho, yung mga anesthesia, gloves, and so on, yung mga disposable, we spend around 3 to 5,000 pesos per patient. And every time we go out, we service at least 100 patients. Okay, kung saan namin kinukuha yung pera, that is basically a big question. Mabait talaga yung Diyos eh. All of a sudden, may dumarating eh. So we get it from private donations, we get it from the LGUs, we get it from foundations, and so on and so forth. So it's amazing that we're doing missions at least twice a month. So we go out of town. Yung cost na lang ng ng bus to go there, magastos na eh.
Siyempre.
Di ba?
Alam mo, malaking bagay yung yung medical supplies. Kasi sa mga pag-interview ko sa mga may hirap na nako-confine, yun ang reklamo nila. Oo nga, at libre yung ospital. Pero lahat yung mga gamot o yung mga laboratory, kailangan bilhin nila sa labas ng ospital kasi wala daw supplies. Kulang daw yung supplies ng ospital, etc. So, while it's true na libre yung room and board at pati yung doktor na siguro, meron pa rin silang gagastusin ng, as you said, 3 to 5,000. Outpatient pa lang yun, ha? And you can imagine how much it will cost the patient na confine sa ospital.
Pero sa amin sa Hospital on Wheels, we make sure na pag ginamot namin, kompleto ko yung kung bibigyan namin kayo ng gamot, particular for you to recover. So hindi kami aalis ng hindi
Yung hanggang gumaling.
Well, hindi mo sa hanggang dumating kasi take note to kasi 2 days lang ho kami sa isang lugar eh. So pero ang gagawin ho namin is we coordinate, we will give you the enough medicines. We will make sure that you will have enough medicines. And if you have complications, we will make sure that there is a way for you to do follow-ups. Diba? If we have to fly back there or if we have to bring you to Manila, we do that. And so far, in the 10 years that we have been doing this, in the 15,000 that we have been doing this, wala naman naging complications.
Wala pang complication. Mabuti naman kung ganun.
Thank God, wala pang naging complications.
Magagaling yung mga doktor.
Well,
At magagaling din yung pasyente.
Well,
Mabilis
Kasi
gumaling eh.
hindi naman ho sa binubuto namin yung mga ng mga doktor namin. Pero yung mga doktor ho namin, pinagkakatiwalaan po ng mga senador ng mga Pilipinas, pati ho ng presidente ng Republika ng Pilipinas. So yung head doctor lang ho namin, si Dr. Jim Sanchez, hindi naman so nagyayabang, pero number 2 lang siya sa general surgery, sa board exams, at number 1 lang sa plastic surgery, sa board exams.
Plastic surgery.
Oo, tapos hindi naman siya rin nagyayabang, pero TOST award rin ho siya for 2017. Ang TOSO is Tomasian Outstanding Alumni in Science and Technology. Most outstanding Rotarian in Quezon City for 2 years. So sinasabi namin, huwag na siya sumali kasi 2 years in a row na nanalo siya.
Hall of Fame na. Let's look forward. Anong nakikita niyong tayo ng mga Pilipino? Because it's been said that inflation is still at 6.7. And what will be its impact on poverty? Kahapon, there was a briefing by the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, PCEC, and United Church of Christ in the Philippines. And they said, if you don't have stable jobs, then chances are parents would go into child pornography dahil wala ikang panghahawakan. So you need stable jobs, secure jobs, makataong hanap buhay para medyo gumaan ang buhay. Ano po nakikita nyo?
For one thing, yung pinaka-latest na survey ng PSA, mas malulusob na raw ang mga Pilipino ngayon kaysa nung dati.
That's nice.
Oo, that's the good news. In fact, yung yung life expectancy mas mahaba na, no?
Oh, yeah.
Oo, kaysa dati. Pero yung inflation rate, hindi naman ganun nakaka-alarma masyado. Yun, 6.7 is, I would consider that as normal as long as it is accompanied by economic growth. Kasi katulad nga nito, yung naging problema natin, na mga almost 10% ang inflation rate ng pagkain dahil sa supply, di ba? Nagkaroon ng bagyo, nagkaroon ng Kinulang tayo ng bigas, biglang nag-shoot up yung presyo ng bigas na hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin nag-i-stabilize. Kahit pa may mga press release na
Hindi yata kaya ng press release yun.
hindi kaya ng press release yun. Kailangan tignan mo talaga sa palengke.
Yeah.
At makikita mo naman na hindi pa rin naman bumababa masyado yung presyo.
Yeah, without sounding nostalgic, I remember there were several or a couple of agriculture secretaries who were sacked because they failed to, look into the rice problem. I'm not saying it's about time we go back to history, but what I'm trying to say is it also or is it still possible that my 1,000 pesos last year would be able to buy the same commodities this year?
Hindi na. Kasi, yun na nga, hindi pa rin nag-stabilize yung presyo ng staple food eh. Bigas yun eh. I mean, ang Pilipino, kahit na konti lang ang ulam, basta may kanin. At pag naging masyadong mahal yung kanin, talagang mag-aalboroto yung Pinoy, di ba?
Aha.
Kahit na sabihin mo pa ang inflation rate in general is 6.7%, ang pagkain naman, ang mataas ang inflation
Mhm.
na 10%. Malaki yun. Na kung dati 10 piso yung bayad mo dun sa kanin, ngayon magkano na? 15 pesos na yata. 11 pesos. I mean, kung 10%, no?
Yeah, pero
11 pesos.
I know biscuits who have the same packaging pero lumiit yung biscuit sa loob.
Oo, ganun na nga mangyayari doon. O kaya, liliit yung tasa para sa kanin. Para kailangan bumili ka pa ng mas marami. Nagulat nga ako, kumain ako sa restaurant sa 55 pesos isang cup ng kanin.
Ano?
55?
Baka ginintuan yun.
Kaya nga kailangan ubusin ko kasi sayang.
Hindi, pero let's be serious about it.
Hindi.
This may not be a laughing matter, pero nagkaroon ka ng increase ng 25 pesos sa minimum wage.
Oo, yun na nga. Kung
Oo.
tatapatan siya, kung yung inflation rate niyan, tatapatan ng, kahit hindi equal, pero seeing to it that the supply is there at affordable prices and that the people will have the means to buy those goods.
Aha.
Hindi problema dapat yun.
Hindi problema dapat yun. Pero nakikita ko kasing problema rito, kung hindi kakayahin bumili nung dating...
Yun ang problema.
Yun ang problema ron eh. Pero if your economy is driven by consumption spending, paano when you cannot consume anymore? You cannot buy. So where will the economy go?
Ayun na nga, magkakaproblema ka.
Aha.
Bababa
Bababa.
ang
Wow.
Sa
medyo-
ngayon, hindi pa naman eh.
Hindi pa.
Oo.
Pero...
Huwag natin paabutin sa
Alright.
sitwasyon na mag-negative.
Okay. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, kami sa Hospital on Wheels, although we're not economists, may motto kami yung do good right here, right now. So do good what you can right here, right now. So iniisip lang namin is what we can do, the things that we can control and we can give. The things that we cannot control and we cannot give, bahala na. Bahala na. Iba na yung gagawa noon, okay? So, yun ang naiisip namin. Kasi, why do we do this? It's because nga, it's very contagious when you help people. So, yung mga taong who would want to help people, I'm warning you, if you go into helping people and you see that what you did to them would change their life significantly, it is a very contagious feeling.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why we're doing it.
Pero let me ask you point blank, do you get anything from the national government?
We do not get anything from the national government, and I hope we can get something from the national government.
Have you had good experiences dealing with national government leaders?
I've been dealing with them for more than 2 years, trying to get funding for the Hospital on Wheels project. But it's very challenging. let me say that it's very challenging.
You can qualify to be a diplomat, no?
Okay.
Very diplomatic. Yeah. Pero mukhang sad story yung ano eh. Sob story yata yung experience mo eh. Yeah.
2 years is not enough eh.
2 years is not enough.
Isang cycle pa lang yun ng budget eh.
Ah, okay.
Actually, okay, the government agency that we're looking at would use the Presidential Social Fund. So it's not subject strictly
To appropriations.
to appropriations.
Lump sum, ano yun?
And it was already done before. So we're just trying to revive that program.
Ah,
So it's not
okay.
something that we're asking them to do something new. It's
You're
just
not asking them to reinvent the wheel.
Reinvent the wheel, okay? Just asking them to revive the former program that was discontinued.
Ah, okay.
The reason why it was discontinued...
Microphone, please.
The reason why it was discontinued, I don't want to speculate on that.
Yeah, okay. Let's not. Dahil sa totoo lang tayo eh. Pero balikan ko lang, yung inflation rate in Metro Manila may be different from areas outside of Metro Manila.
Oo.
But it is...
It is yung total inflation rate is reflective of the situation in Metro Manila. Pero you have places like Bicol na definitely mas mataas yung inflation rate. And Bicol happens to be one of the poorer regions.
Aha.
Di ba? Mga 9% ang inflation rate ng Bicol.
Aha.
So, and then coupled with the ranking as one of the poorer regions, you can
Okay.
imagine the strain or the stress on the people in the Bicol region.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Bicol.
Yes.
Yeah. If you were to compare it with ARMM, would you have any idea how Bicol fares?
Ang ARMM, I don't know whether the statistics would be
Comparable.
comparable. Oo.
Okay. Okay. Pero, kaya ko na itanong yan, if people are poor, I don't know whether it's sheer coincidence, maybe from an academician's point of view, insurgency and poverty exist in areas where political warlords or political clans dominate, right? Is it coincidental or is it, God-given? Ano kaya yun?
No, it's not. It's not God-given.
Ah, okay.
No.
Oo.
I mean,
You're sure of that?
oo, kasi hindi naman ibibigay ng Panginoon yung ganyang kamalasan sa mga tao, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Oo.
Maganda yun. Pananaw nyo.
Well, it's not coincidental. It's basically a question of justice. That's why there's insurgency. So people become insurgent because they feel that injustice was caused to them and they don't have an avenue where to seek justice.
yun na nga.
So they're tempted to revolt because they feel that if they revolt, they will get the justice that they deserve. So,
Kumbaga,
ganun lang yan. So,
Umabot na sa hangganan ng
kung may warlords, sabi mo nga, warlords, okay, hindi binibigay yung sweldo ng mga tao kasi hindi nga maganda yung ani. So, gutom na yung tao. Anong gagawin niya? Di ba? Hindi mo siya pwedeng magutom parate. So, may pamilya rin siya. So, he has to address that gutom. And sometimes, ang naiisip niya is to revolt against the people who are in power.
And you cannot tell them naman na kung mawalang pera, wag muna kayong kumain ngayon.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi obra yun.
Hindi pwede
And it's
yun.
not just basically
Yes.
gutom, it's also justice. Kunyari, may na-rape sa kanila or may nadidehado sa kanila. Inagaw na sa tingin nila injustice was caused to them, naghahanap sila ng hustisya. So they're tempted to be insurgents. Kasi naisip nila na doon nila makakuha yung hustisya.
Okay.
Oo,
Yes,
yun,
madam.
Yun nga yung kaya nga, well, one of the things we need to do is to have voters education. Kasi tuwing election, parang highest bidder yung nananalo, no? Pag ganyang klaseng sitwasyon. Tapos, one day millionaire yung voter, di ba? Pero hindi niya nakita yung long-term implication ng ganon.
Okay.
So, nape-perpetuate ngayon yung warlordism na
Okay.
tinatawag natin. Pero pwede naman ma-break yan in a number of cases na break naman yan eh.
The reason I ask is, I've seen this with my own eyes. There's a place in Albay called Tabaco.
Oo.
Every after election, in the afternoon, kahit yung sirang transistor radio o lumang-lumang transistor na di baterya dun sa Liberty Commercial Center, nabibili lahat yun. Ubos yun. Talagang, yun ang sinasabi ni Kuya Cesar nung araw, may he rest in peace. Umulan sana ng pera. Umulan talaga. Now, could it also be possible that some politicians want to keep the people poor so that come election time, their 500 to 1,000 can, sway yung kanilang popularity?
It's not a question of could it be possible. That is really the strategy. That's why, ang sa tingin ko nga niyan, nagsimula yan, okay, the public school system of the country deteriorated, di ba, during the 70s and 80s when martial law was declared. And I think, sa tingin ko, that was part of the program kasi pag ang mga tao, madali i-control. Pero pag edukado yung mga tao, mahirap i-control. Sabi nga nila, ang mga makukulit sa lipunan are the middle class eh. Di ba yung mga mayayaman, hindi na masyado kasi kontento na sila. Yung mahirap, they're so poor, wala na rin silang pakialam.
Survival yung issue nila.
Oh, so it's the middle class yung makukulit. Pero the middle class are the ones educated, the ones who are makukulit. So, education was curtailed. Kaya tignan mo ngayon, di ba? Tignan mo ngayon, dati yung mga kapitbahay natin in Southeast Asia, they would go to the Philippines to have their education. Di ba? Ngayon, maahawa ka, di ba, sa education system. In fact, okay, naawa ko sa alma mater ko, yung Asian Institute of Management. Eh. Bakit? Because I think one of their quote-unquote disabilities is because they're located in the Philippines. Dati, our brothers from Southeast Asia would go to AIM to get their business education.
Uh-huh.
Di ba? If you're somebody from Singapore, mas mayaman pa ako, mas mayaman kami kaysa Pilipinas. Why would I go to your institution in the Philippines to learn business?
May NUS naman.
Di ba? Mas mayaman kami. Di ba dati yung mga Thais, di ba? Mas mayaman kami sa inyo. Sasabihin nyo, turuan nyo kaming negosyo, mas mayaman kami. So, it becomes pero dati, in the 70s, I'm also doing a lot of, I'm from the printing industry kasi by profession, so I'm helping BOI, okay, improve the printing industry. So, we interact with our Asian neighbors in doing this. Nung pumunta kami sa Taiwan, sa Thailand as one of the more progressive
Very
printing...
prolific sila sa mga...
Oo, pero alam mo ba, tinanong namin sa kanila, how are you able to improve your printing industry? Alam mo nila sinabi, we learned it from the Filipinos in the 70s.
Tama. Oo,
Alam mo,
ganun
pati
na.
Korea.
Diba?
Ganun din.
Yun ang sagot nila. We learned it from the Philippines in the 60s and 70s.
Okay. Wow, parang gusto mo na mag-migrate sa ibang bansa.
Oh, I'll give you an interesting statistics. Okay. I had the chance to deal with the IT provider for airports. The name of the company is CNA. They're the dealer of SITA. SITA is an IT company created by the airline industry specifically to handle the IT infrastructure of the airline business. Okay. This is with regard to Terminal 3. Okay. Nakuha niya yung kontrata for the IT system of Terminal 3. Okay. So, CNA yan. And because nakuha niya yung kontrata ng Terminal 3 contract ng airport, he was able to get the contract of Singapore sa Changi, I think Changi 2, and Suvarnabhumi Airport in Thailand, and Malaysia Airport in Kuala Lumpur. Ginamit niya yung credentials ng Terminal 2. Tapos na yung
Terminal 2
Suvarnabhumi.
or Terminal 3?
Terminal 3. Terminal 3. Nakuha niya yung kontrata ng
Ibang bansa?
ng ibang bansa using the credential for Terminal 3. Natapos na yung airport sa Suwanabo, natapos na yung sa Changi, natapos sa Malaysia, mag-i-expand na sila. Yung Terminal 3 natin, hindi pa tapos. Hanggang ngayon.
But he has to thank his lucky stars. Without Terminal 3,
Precise.
diba?
Oo.
Okay. Now, let's look forward. Are we gonna have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, health-wise, dahilan sa marami ng mga ngaruling? Ano ba ang tingin nyo?
Alam mo, mabait ang Diyos eh. Di ba? When we had the meeting sa industry, sasabi natin, mayaman talaga ang Pilipinas eh. Bakit? Kasi di ba, corruption has been our problem ever since I was alive. Okay?
And that was just some time ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. And yet, we're still here. We're still surviving. Hindi naman, as compared to the other countries, di ba, okay pa tayo. And yet, kung titignan yung quality of the government services we are, it's really that bad. So, ibig sabihin, ang yaman-yaman talaga ng Pilipinas. So, sa amin, ang iniisip namin, are we going to have a happy Christmas? Sabi sa amin, do what you can. Right here, right now. Do good what you can. Right here, right now. Yung hindi mo kaya, well, ganun talaga. Pero yung sa magagawa mo, try to do good. Diba? For yourself and for your fellow men.
Okay. You know, I remember during the time of Colonel Renato de Villa, who was then assigned to Bicol as regional commander of the PCINP, nagkaroon ng mga billboards dun sa loob ng kampo. Nakalagay, do good, feel good, look good. Sabi ng mga PC nun, no good. Bakit? Walang waiting eh. Kaya ang greetings during those times was, long time no see. Matagal nang walang kita. Okay, so anyway, I just got reminded of it when you said yung kanina, yung sa good. Yes, madam.
Well, health-wise, I think we're doing well. Health-wise, huh? We're doing better than before. But I don't know with the current situation. Kasi, di ba, tumaas yung fuel prices, bumababa na naman. Yung fluctuation is, nagpa-fluctuate pa, hindi pa siya stable. But ang mga Pinoy naman, very resilient eh. Kung hindi naman kaya bumili ng hamon, magsasubstitute yan eh, ng iba. Di ba? I mean, yung happiness ng Pinoy, hindi lang naman nanggagaling sa karangyaan, sa mga mabibili o mabibigay, di ba? Nandun yun sa pagkakaisa or pagsasama-sama ng pamilya, ng mga magkakaibigan. Kung ano man yung nakahanda sa lamesa, sasaluhan nila yan. Kung ano man yan, kung tilapia ba siya o kung hamon, di ba? So, I think yun yung essence naman ng Pasko eh.
Okay, very good.
At saka, alam mo mga Pilipino, that's why it also contributes to the betterment of their health. Okay? Masasayahing tao tayo mga Pilipino eh.
Siguro kung hindi tayo masayahin, matagal na tayo nagpatayan.
Precisely. Di ba? Kahit tayo, di ba? Yung mga problema natin, di ba? Gumagawa pa nga tayo ng jokes about our problems, di ba? About the social ills. Eh. So, that's one good aspect of being a Filipino. We're very masayahing tao.
Okay. Well, with that, we say thank you for being with us this morning. It's unfortunate nobody from DOH and DSWD came over to sit with us, but we look forward to better times ahead. I'd like to say thank you to Bobby Ericta of Novotrends. It's a research outfit, a survey firm, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, kasama natin si Professor Allan of the Rotary Club of San Francisco del Monte. We will talk about probably something fishy
Next
time. So, yan. Magandang umaga po. Nais kong pasalamatan ng mga kasama natin sa Radio Veritas Asia Filipino Service, ganun din sa ABS-CBN at sa Areopagus at sa ating kaibigan mula sa SMNI. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Maraming
God bless us all.
salamat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.